Before I even start, let's cue the intro.
Don't know how I'm here, and it's you that I want to need. Feel your heartbeat, feel somewhere you're looking good. Feel your heartbeat, feel somewhere you're looking good.
Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. There's 20 of you here already. Sorry that I've been so late. I've had an absolutely hectic morning. If I could only explain it to you guys, had to get the dogs to the kennel. Not around for next week. Got up early to do that. Got stuck in traffic. Nearly had a fight with someone. It just added to how I feel right now. You know, how I'm feeling right now is pissed. Fucking pissed. But before we move forward, please smash that like button. There's nearly 28 of you here already. Smash the likes, yeah? And also, thank you very much for helping us get to 1K. GNA TV has hit its 1K mark today. I've just checked it now. So we're at 1K. So I am smiling a little bit. I am happy about that. So thank you very, very much. We've got a busy day as well. Massive day. Because we've got Alex coming on at 5:30 doing the La Liga watch-alongs. Obviously, there's massive games being played across there. It could go either or ways. After that, at 8 o'clock, straight after that, you've got Lambs, who will be doing the Chelsea and Barcelona watch-along for the Ladies Champions League final. So you've got 3 streams on GNA TV today, so make sure you stay tuned in later on. But before we even move in on to all to that, please hit them likes, please subscribe, and thank you for hitting that 1K. We will be doing a giveaway at some point, probably next week when I'm away. I'll think of something and we'll get that sorted. Thank you very much, guys. Now on to this fucking game. Thomas Tuchel. That's what, yeah, if you just heard it. Thomas Tuchel, TT. Who's it to blame tomorrow? Who is it to blame for yesterday's game? I'll tell you who. I don't want to hear no scapegoats. People moaning about Timo Werner. People moaning about what's his name? Mason Mount, Rudiger, Aspie, Reece James. I don't want to hear any people scapegoating. I don't want to hear that today. The biggest issue that we had in that game yesterday was Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel overthought the formation, the lineup. He played players that shouldn't have been in that team. They didn't deserve to be in that team for a final. Barring Kepa. Yeah, and all right, people say, well, you know, if Mendy was in goal, he could have got that. Let's be serious, guys. That was a fucking good goal. That was a great goal from Tielemans. But Tielemans only takes that shot because he sees Kepa in goal. Let's be serious. Yeah, he's thought, you know what? I'm going for it. Yeah. The other one, that's Snail Alonso. I don't know how he gets a start. How does he get a start? How does Alonso get in this team in an FA Cup final against Leicester? Chilwell came on for 20 minutes of that game and done more than that idiot did the old game. That slow coach that can't get up and down the pitch. Absolutely shocking. Dead. Yeah? Look, at the end of the day, Thomas Tuchel is to blame. We can't really look into it too much. We lost. We got beaten on the day. We didn't deserve anything. But Thomas Tuchel set Chelsea up in the wrong way.
So
for me, Alonso shouldn't have started.
You're
Kepa,
right.
I understand it. Yeah, Jorginho, average. Keep saying it, average performance. Kante wasn't great, but he was still better than him in my eyes. Yeah, Reece James played very well up to when he gave the blimmin' ball away. Yeah, which led to the goal. Aspie is not a fucking wing back. I keep saying this. He's not a wing back. He had a good game. He had a very good game against Real Madrid at home, but it was just not set up. We had no outlay on the wings. It took Callum Hudson-Odoi to come on the pitch to give us that a little bit. And even he didn't really spark up a lot. You know, I'm not even going to get into Callum Hudson-Odoi because we will be doing a debate show on that on another day. You know, Timo Werner, I can hear it already. Oh, but he had 4 chances. He should have done this. He should have done that. What are you talking about? Timo Werner, all right, he missed maybe for me 2 okay chances. These weren't clear, evident chances, yeah? Other than that, I thought he had a good first half. He was linking up play very well. He was moving off the ball. He was trying to run in space. He was trying to make things happen. And then we get onto this fucking Hakim Ziyech guy, yeah? And I keep saying about this Hakim Ziyech, and everyone keeps saying to me, you're harsh on him as well. He's not good enough. He walks around like he's not bothered. He walks around like he's not interested to play for this team. He doesn't track back. When he's got the ball, he always looks to just get rid of it straight away rather than just relax on it. Yeah, and he just doesn't. For me, his whole posture, the way he walks around, like he's got an attitude, like there's a problem. Like, how does he get in over Christian Pulisic in an FA Cup final? Beyond me, I just don't get it. Why would you play a fucking Hakim Ziyech over a Christian Pulisic when we know what Christian Pulisic is about? That game needed Christian Pulisic earlier in that game. I know some people calling out for Kai Havertz. I'd rather have Kai Havertz or Christian Pulisic on that pitch other than Ziyech. Ziyech has been the worst signing of Chelsea's transfer season. People go on about Timo Werner. Nah, it's Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech is the worst player that Chelsea have signed this season. He's been a letdown. Yeah, he's been a letdown, and he didn't deserve to be in it. Him and Alonso did not deserve to be in that team yesterday, and we got beaten by a Leicester team that, give it to them, played okay, but they weren't fucking great. It was the same thing as Arsenal. They weren't that good to beat us. You know, we just had no mentality, no bottle, no desire. We're in a final. There was no desire. You know, we've got players that have not ever won anything. We've only got a handful of players in that team that have won things. You can see it. It was more evident. Yeah, they didn't know, like, they didn't have that passion, that hunger. Let's go out there and try and get back in the game. They were doodling the second half. We were so poor in the second half. I wanted to just turn it off. I was sitting there thinking, what am I watching? What is this? This ain't Chelsea. This ain't FA Cup finals. This is not the team. This ain't a Chelsea team, you know, from what I remember back in the past that would play in this style, of, you know, in this certain way. Like, we had no heart, no passion. Like I said, you know, I don't know. It's just pissing me off. Lambs, how you doing?
Yeah, I thought I'd just let you just have your say because I understand exactly how you're feeling. That's exactly how I was feeling during the watch along yesterday. It's exactly how I was feeling straight after the game while I was recording my post-match reaction. It's the fact that I've already uploaded that, so I'm literally losing my head, literally tearing my hair out whilst I'm talking about this. So I've already got it out of my system. Now it's just about letting that sink in, like just processing the fact that I actually witnessed that. We actually witnessed that in the final. Everything you said, I couldn't have said it better myself. It's the same old crap, Jem. It's the same old crap. You know, complete domination of possession, right? And doing absolutely nothing in the final third. Nothing in the final third. And I'm not going to just sit here and pick out anyone. I know there was one person I really got onto and I was really, really angry with, but I'm not going to sit here and say he's the reason why we lost that final. He's not the sole reason. But the reason why I get onto this guy so much is because he's part of the problem. I feel like he is part of the problem. And under Tuchel is the best I've seen him in 3 years at Chelsea. Yeah? In big games, he just doesn't turn up, Jem. Just constantly giving the ball away. I'm always seeing like these little sideways, backwards, 5-yard passes till we get to the final third, and then we're just passing the ball around the box. Why aren't you getting the ball forward? Like it's so backwards thinking, and this is what's contributed to us not being clinical. And we've had this problem throughout the whole season, and thankfully we've been getting away with it. But I always knew it was going to catch up with us. It was going to catch up with us. Us having all of these chances and not taking any of them was going to catch up with us. And I genuinely didn't. I thought, you know, Arsenal game, I thought having that Arsenal game and, you know, losing the game in that manner would actually, you know, fix the players' mentalities and think, okay, we've had a bad game. Let's get that out of our system before coming up in a cup final. And the mentality still wasn't there. It was almost like the same mentality from the Arsenal game. They took that with them into this final. And I'm not sure what's going on. But looking at that performance, Jem, like you said, I'm not solely blaming Tuchel because I have to give him credit. We wouldn't be in these finals if it wasn't for him and the turnaround that
he set us up wrong. He set us up wrong.
Yes, but I agree with you in the sense where I don't know why Ben Chilwell wasn't starting because we saw the impact he had when he came on. Yes. You know what I mean? People will sit here and say VAR and it wasn't offside, and I've seen it and it wasn't offside. It's fine margins. But aside from the VAR, guys, we can't blame VAR. It's our own fault. We didn't take our chances. When you don't take your chances, you get punished. Like the goal from Yuri Tielemans, when was the last time any of our midfielders scored a goal like that? You know?
Listen.
It's the same crap. Why is everyone surprised? He's been doing this all season. Why are we so surprised?
Yeah. I'm not. Listen, people, I'll put the link in the chat. I'm not even going to go through the player ratings. I can't be bothered. Honestly, what is the point? What do you want me to say? Yeah. Kante was a 6, but Jorginho was a fucking 2, and everyone gets so angry. Oh no, Jen's got the gender. No, I'm not going to do that. They were all fucking shit. All right. Yeah, I don't want anyone coming on here and I don't want anyone coming on here and scapegoating players. I don't want that. I don't want to hear people go, well, it was Werner's fault. Oh, it's his fault. Oh, it's that fault. Tuchel got it wrong. Yeah. I know Alonso and Ziyech, the only reason I say I was a bit fine with them is because I don't think they deserve to be in the team anyway. I don't know why he set us up in that situation, you know? It's KJ, go on, mate. I know why you're here. Let it out.
Jam, are you there? Can you hear me, Jam? What happened to you? Whispering? You're bare shouting and that.
Stop it. Don't you dare. I know what you're doing right now.
Listen. It's okay, Jam. When you meet us in the Super League, when you meet us in the Super Cup, you'll be happy again. And you'll be whispering again. Listen, you have to see
KJ.
What?
You better beat Villarreal. Guess what? If you don't beat Villarreal, I am coming for you, all of you. And I'll find one.
Oh, listen. If you beat Villarreal, yeah, and you man don't beat City and you get out, you lose top 4.
Well, we deserve it. We deserve it. Then. Do you know
Listen. You man have been on bare gas, rightly so. You man have been on bare gas. So this moment right here, he ain't the pinnacle of banter because that strike is amazing and Leicester wanted it more. And the fact that you lost to Leicester of all teams, it is what it is. Like you, as a Chelsea fan, you'd rather lose it to Leicester than United, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool. So it is what it is. But you might have been on the next gas, yeah. And for all of it to potentially unravel within the space of 2 weeks, we'd love to see it.
It's not look. It could happen, or it could do the opposite and stick a fucking rocket up our asses, and then we go and beat Leicester. It's either or. The thing that worries me is the mentality of the team, the players that we got. We got players in the team that are good players, but they haven't won things. They haven't got that winning mentality. They're young boys. Do you know what I mean? They're not used to being in finals. Do you know what I mean? FA Cup finals, Champions League finals, barring Kante, Aspie, and whoever else. You know what I mean? I struggle to think who.
No,
do you know what I mean?
You said the young boys, yeah. You said the young boys. Look at your starting lineup. You had Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Kante, Jorginho, Aspilicueta, freaking Alonso, Ziyech. They ain't young man. They are seasoned pros, bruv. So you can't even use the young guy. You can't even use the young man thing.
They're not used to finals, though, are they? When's Ziyech ever got to a final of a bloody Champions League?
Finals. Rudiger, finals. Aspilicueta and Alonso, finals.
Finals. They've won the Premier League, or they've won the Europa League. They were in that Europa League winning team. They've been in finals and won. Like most of that squad has been in a team that's won things. So there's no excuse.
Not at front line. We got
the front line. The front line had a European semi-finalist and also the Eredivisie winner.
But they haven't got winning mentalities. They're not done it. They're not got the experience of lifting big trophies and things. That's what I'm trying to say to you. It's only Thiago Silva, Aspie, and Kante, maybe Alonso, but he doesn't deserve to be in a fucking team.
Was Jorginho not in that team that won the Europa League?
And even him.
Was Ziyech not in the team that beat that won Eredivisie every single year, bruv?
Yeah, all right, but I'm talking about major finals. It's different, KJ. I'm talking about fucking Champions League finals.
No, the thing is, no. You can't say
Jorginho struggled in the Premier League when he come. It's a different league. The pace.
But I get all that. But Jeremy's saying you ain't got no winners. No one's won things, bruv. Half of your team have won things, bruv. at the
They've not
biggest
won
stage.
that thing. They haven't.
Half of the team have won things. Yeah, true.
I just think there's a mentality issue there, and maybe an experience, a leadership issue more so. Then right, we've got Thiago Silva. I get that, but it's just not enough. We struggle. We go behind in games, and there's no hunger. In that second half, we were toddling through that second half. Wasn't threatening. Wasn't doing anything. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like, come on, guys, let's fucking sort this out. We're in a fucking final. Let's fucking stick a rock out our asses and try and get back in this game. It was none of that. We was just bossing around the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think there's a mentality thing. I do. I think there's like a mentality thing with this, and it might come as they grow into it, more experience, especially the younger players I'm talking about. But
and people were sitting here saying that City should be worried because they don't have the mentality to win a Champions League. Whatever, man. We don't have the mentality either. At least they're a team full of winners. They know how to win things. We apparently don't. If I'm Pep, I'm watching that performance. I'm laughing. I'm laughing.
There you go. Look, Fergie Ton lost 8 out of 11 finals. Something has to give.
In 5 years, we lost 8 11 finals.
Like, it's just, I'm sorry, but for me personally, right? Like, it's so weird, right? People might disagree, but half of the players that have actually won something in your team and the experienced players, they don't have the bottle when it comes to these things, and it's surprising because I look at like Alonso. I don't know why he played yesterday. I agree with you, Jem. I don't know why he played yesterday. But for me, that's a manager area. That's a manager error that needs to be looked at a lot more. But for me, it slipped past the fans at the start, and then they realized that it was such a bad mistake to play such a dead player. He's so slow, and in these finals you need coverage, you need pace, you need agility, you need all these things, and Alonso doesn't hit any of those marks. And for me, the Timo Werner and get called as a scapegoat. Listen, he was shit yesterday. Did you see his first half stats?
He wasn't shit, man. This
No,
is what
he
annoys
was.
me.
He was horrendous. He was horrendous.
He
He
wasn't.
was horrendous.
Yesterday,
He was horrendous.
And
was
that's
horrendous.
where you put that your ass.
Either way,
No,
when
bro,
you
did you see the stats?
everyone was crap yesterday. Everyone
It
weren't
was
good
horrid.
enough.
It was
We
fucking
weren't
horrid.
good enough at the end of the
We've got to
day.
stop scapegoating Timo Werner every time we lose. It winds me up. We always just go to Timo
It's-
Werner. It just drives me mad.
Before we even talk about Timo Werner, like that
Yeah,
performance.
It's just like I'm hearing people now telling me that he wasn't brought in to score. Like, fam.
No, it wasn't. That's not the issue.
Hey,
He wasn't that bad.
let's not talk about this is what happens. We constantly trying to change it to players. Yesterday was down to arrogance for me. For me personally, it was down to arrogance. Games that we have lost under Tuchel has been down to us thinking that we have won the game before we've played it. West Brom, we thought we had won the game before we played it. Arsenal, we thought we won it easily. We thought we were going to win it 3-1. Yesterday, we thought we were going to win. Every single time we have lost this season, it's been down to us thinking that the game is won already. And me personally, that's why it's confusing for us to beat Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid and Man City, and then next week we lose to Leicester in an FA Cup final. It's nothing down to mentality or us having a mental block or anything. It's literally just down to arrogance. Our players are so arrogant, and most of them are.
It's definitely a mentality issue. Mason Mount has lost 2 cup finals. Who else? Lost cup finals.
Yeah, but
cup finals, guys. Let's make longer, man. But go on, carry on.
But play like. How do I put this? In the Champions League final, because I think the problem with yesterday is the bigger picture. It's not just the trophy. It's the is what it gives to our players and the confidence it gives to us for the Champions League final. But I think it like when Chelsea is on Chelsea to win, and when we have pressure to win, we just tend to lose, and that seems to be the problem.
Yeah, but that's a problem, isn't it? Seriously,
Yeah.
that's a mentality thing. That's what I'm saying. That's not good enough. There's. Go on, Wayne. Wayne, what would you like to say, mate? Go on.
I'm just fuming because what bothers me is our record in the finals now are absolutely poor of late, and this is Chelsea. We shouldn't be performing at this level. And yesterday, from the manager going down to the bottom, it was all rubbish. The selection with Alonso, with Kepa, for me, was a bad decision. then it goes to the players. All the players on that field didn't look like it was a final for them. It looked like it was a Sunday match on the playing field. If they want to learn how to play in a final, they've got to watch the women today and watch them win the Champions League final, because they know how to play in a bloody final. They know how to convince it to get goals. They know how to make sure we win. I'm fed up with us at the moment, because I am fuming as a Chelsea fan for years. I watched us in the 1997 final. I was there at Old Wembley when we played. I was there watching that game. I've watched all the rest of the finals we've been in since I was born. And this is probably one of the worst performances that we've ever had, because we did do nothing.
I agree. It was poor.
It's sad, man. It's so sad.
It was sad. It was it wasn't like we went 1-0 down. There was no reaction.
Last week we went 1-0 down and we wanted to win it. We showed that we wanted to win. It just looked as if we didn't care. This is
the other thing I wanted to jump on quickly. The VAR decision. I don't like talking about decisions like this, because, to be honest, I don't think
let's allow it, man. Allow it, man.
But was it offside or not?
Yes, it was.
Yes,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters. It's offside.
Is it? But that could have easily been given, though. It wasn't clear and everything.
Yeah, but it's offside. It doesn't.
Yeah, but the thing is, Jem, remember. Offside isn't clear and obvious ever. Offside, it would always be, we will check it to see if it's on or off. It doesn't matter if it's clear and obvious ever or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the only thing about this offside.
Offside is offside.
When they paused it, I was watching with my dad. When they paused it without the lines, I said it would be offside.
Yeah.
Jem, you know what it is?
Shoulder was just leaning a little bit ahead. I was like, it looks offside. It looks offside. Fine margins, but literally, like KJ said, what was wrong with that? What was wrong with that Mane? With Mane's positioning, he looked completely onside to me, but it was given offside. Another example.
Do you know what was more embarrassing? You know what was more embarrassing, Land, right? When we scored that goal.
Even without the VAR, even without that, like, we have ourselves to blame, because before that, we had so many chances. And we didn't.
No.
Michael also made two very, very
good. Schmeichel was on crud yesterday.
I will give him that. But again, it's the same thing with Chelsea. Yeah, dominating possession in the final third.
No end product. Like, can't finish their dinner, bruv. And do you know what as well, right? When they scored that goal, KJ knows because he's in the group, I was like going mad. I was like, yeah! And then I was like, oh shit, it's offside. And I just start seeing these like just.
But I think if you want to talk about VAR, let's talk about the goal that they scored.
Stop this, Lewis. Stop this, man.
Because I don't like talking about VAR decisions, but the goal that they scored, who here thinks that it should have stood? Because me personally, I've looked at the FA rules. If it's a clear and obvious that he handballed it, and then they scored from that. So so I don't know how it didn't go to VAR.
You know what? I think they didn't do anything about it, because they must have seen that as a defensive action, and then when it happened, and then it went to Thomas, and then Thomas picked it up and could have done anything with it. Gave it to Tillemans. He said, "I reckon they think it's a new phase of play. They probably think, he's not. There's no advantage from him handballing it from doing that, so they let it play on."
It's so annoying because these rules, they have rules, but like it's so hard to understand them.
Yeah,
they're not clear. I will say that.
I've seen them given though. That's the thing. I've seen them decisions, offside decisions. I've seen them given. And people win games with them decisions, And at the end of the day, I'm not too thingy about it, because at the end of the day, we didn't deserve anything out of it in my eyes. Anyway, the second half, we were shit. Shit. Let's be serious.
It's funny how our best players were the people that came off the bench.
Exactly.
It's funny. It's funny that when there was a complete change when Giroud came on, when Pulisic came on, when Havertz and Chilwell came on, you could see the difference. You could see.
Yeah. Take my statement. He's no longer Ben and Jerry's ice cream. He's Benjamin Stark. Let's just leave it.
Yo.
Congratulations to Jem.
We
and
have to. We have to beat Leicester now.
GNTV as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate. Take care of yourself. See you
Yeah,
later on.
as well. I only came here to whisper at Jem. That's what I really came
All right,
here
KJ, you had your fun, yeah, for now, and then you're going to bring back in it. And if we lose in the Champions League, you'll be back here again, now, you. So yeah, all right. I'll see you.
Nah, if you lose in the Champions League, I'll be upset. I can't have Man City, two clubs in Manchester in the Champions League. Nah, but not yo, you man better fix up and win that Champions League, bro. Catch you guys in the
Big up to KJ. See you later, man.
But like we have to beat Leicester and Villa now. It's compulsory. It's compulsory now.
Like there's no way. I said to Jem as well. I said to him. I said for like when you usually square up to the same team into close fixtures, especially at the end of the season, you'll lose one of the games and then you will win the other one. So I think you'll win. I think you'll win your next encounter with them. But all I'm going to say is I see a lot of Kepa hate yesterday. I think if I'm going to be honest with you, I think before the goal, I think he was your best player. If I'm going to be honest.
I actually think our best players before the goal were our midfield.
Jem, I'm not trolling. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. You can drop your agenda for one day, innit?
You know what's pissed me off, right? You know what's actually pissed me off? 1 second, guys. What is this? What is this prick doing?
Yeah, that's my guy. My guy.
What is he doing?
My
Why
guy.
is he trying to disrespect?
No, he's a good guy, innit? That's what he does. No, he's not a prick. He's a good guy.
You know, it's fine. It's fine. Emotions are high. Emotions. People do that without cameras on. You know it happens. It's just, it's just annoying.
Donny, you might as well just talk about your league because Jem ain't gonna want to hear anything about Chelsea anymore. You might as well, bro.
Let's talk about your captain, leader, legend. Let's talk about captain, leader, legend.
Yeah, say less. Go on.
We're getting our new manager tomorrow.
Rudiger will smash him Tuesday. At least Chelsea.
Let's talk about you, Doncaster winning the league. Don't cost the 2022 winners.
Who is that that's just come in? Is that who I think it is?
Belvish one, yeah.
Belv.
Yes.
Before we move forward, guys. Before we move forward, 1 second, Beast. 1 second. Before we move forward, I want to say thank you very much for helping us get to that 1K mark. It's been a massive, it's been a crazy ride for us at the GNA TV marks, and obviously it's good to have you guys here as a part of the community as well. And hopefully we can move forward, continue making streams. We've got loads for you today. Like I said to you, we've got 2 watch-alongs. We've got the La Liga watch-alongs, which is at 5:30 with Alex, the Euro expert. I know he's a big hit at the moment over here, so you can join in with that and see what's going on there because they're still fighting for the league there. It can go 3 ways, so massive going on over there. At 8 p.m. tonight, Lambs is hosting the Chelsea versus Barcelona Champions League final for the ladies as well. So, make sure you tune in for that.
At least one of our teams is going to
win a goddamn final.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Donny, what you saying, Aaron? Aaron, what you saying, my man?
Well, I watched the game yesterday, and I thought it was a very physical end-to-end game at times. I think from the first half an hour, I could clearly see that it was not going to be like a simple play around the back and hoof it and try and get an attack goal. It was very scrappy, very physical, loads of tackles and fouls. Jorginho getting back to his best as the ultimate fouler. I mean, there's 3 positives to take out the last couple of days. Leicester City getting their first FA Cup. My team's new manager, and I've got a date on Tuesday, so it's a perfect week.
Hey! Who's the lucky woman, hey?
I bet it's Lambs.
No, she's called Chantal. So big up to Chantal for watching. But yeah, I had another big positive with the fact we're getting our new manager tomorrow morning, which is good news. I know who it's going to be now. I think we know. I think from the reports from the Sun and that we all know who it's going to be now.
Does he play attacking football?
Yeah. He's a former player. He's a leader. He takes no BS. He wants players that are going to play for the badge. He wants players that are winners. He doesn't sell for second best.
He's a Frankie.
No, he's a former player for us.
You managed to calm down, man. This shamelessness.
But no, man, he doesn't settle for second best. Richie Wellens does not settle for second best. He's a former Man United Youth Academy midfielder, and I think he's going to do some good stuff for us. We've got 8
Yeah,
to 12
look.
new signings apparently, so it's going to be
Listen,
busy.
Listen, guys, I want to just narrow back to this game quickly. Obviously, listen, we've lost this game. Leicester deserve it. I think, if anything, Jamie Vardy as a character of what he's done for the Premier League, I think he deserves a trophy in his own. So the fact that we lost it to Leicester, even though I don't like us losing, well done to them. They deserve at least a trophy anyway. So well done. The other thing I wanted to say quickly as well is that Chelsea now need to look forward. We've got 3 big games. Each game is like a final. We need to take this loss and we need to convert it into anger, vengeance, whatever it is that we need to do.
Yeah, no more rotation. No more rotation.
No more rotations.
One big thing I would know is you look at that Leicester video with the thing and they threw it away. If the players don't use that to fuel themselves back up their arse and get a win out of Leicester on Tuesday, then they've got no business playing for Chelsea Football Club. They haven't got the passion for the badge that other players would have, because if you can't get angered by that and use it to demolish your opponents, then you don't deserve to play for a big club like Chelsea. You can't
I think another thing that this tells us is that in the summer, we have to be. In the summer, we have to be signing experienced players now.
Isn't that more Ads's type though?
Big booty.
Oi. What about Cassie?
Oh, bro, Cassie's got Nicki Minaj everywhere. You know what he's like.
He's not.
Oh yeah, no, but like I think another thing that this tells us is that we can't be signing these young players anymore. We need to sign experience. We need to sign winners. Like we signed so much young, inconsistent players this summer, and it's been our downfall. And our only good player, not good but experienced player is Ziyech. And even he has to take a year to adapt to this league, as most like people from the Dutch league do. So,
well, to be fair, I think looking back on that FA Cup final, I think that from Chelsea's point of view, there was a few points to take out of that final. I mean, firstly, Leicester, if no one's got a bad word to say about Leicester, and I said this on my review this morning, Leicester City, in terms of how they're run, should be the example to every top club in world football. They're the example of how a football club should be run. From a Chelsea point of view, and people might laugh about this, but I would now like to see Tammy given an opportunity again, and I would like to see. Hang on.
You know what? We need to.
Wait. That's not even the main point. The main point is, I would like to see Timo Werner play where he played as a youngster at Stuttgart. I'd like to see him back on the wide front, giving service to the striker. I'd like to see what Timo does. If he can't finish, I'd like to see him provide the service, because I think his first touch and his control, I think, would be great. But again, it's like Ziyech, probably in the first year. But I feel like Werner just needs that new sense of life, and I don't think he has that right now as a solo forward. He needs to have a partner alongside him.
To be fair, Chelsea do need goals at the moment, and funnily enough, Tammy Abraham is our top goal scorer in the Premier League.
No. Listen, I don't get why people.
We do this as a fan base all the time, right? We lose a game. We should bring him in. He will do a good job. Yeah, he will save the day. Come on, man. Why do we always do this?
Jem, wait.
Let him finish.
Let me just say this. Like Tammy Abraham, don't get me wrong, Tammy Abraham is dead. He's dead. But somehow he's our top scorer. And right now we are lacking one thing, and that's goals. Yesterday people can chat about Leicester all they want, yeah. Like no, without that goal, they don't score yesterday. They don't score. And we could have won. If we had a clinical finisher at least, or just some.
I'm back. Oh.
If we just had, like,
I hear where you're coming from, Beast. Because listen, all I'm gonna say is, right, today. I've
Like,
spoken
don't
to some
get it wrong.
Chelsea
Don't
fans,
get it wrong.
and
Tammy
listen,
Abraham is dead. Tammy Abraham is dead.
no,
Don't get it wrong.
no. I'll say this now. I would rather, as a Chelsea, if I was to be a Chelsea fan, which I'm not, don't get me construed. Yeah, if I was
Yes,
to be a
you
Chelsea
are.
fan,
You love Chelsea.
no, I'm
You love
not.
the
No, I'm not, bro. Listen, no, I didn't want to hear that chant again. If I was a Chelsea fan, yeah, I would rather have Tammy Abraham play instead of that disgrace Werner up front. You know what I'm trying to say? There's a reason. Listen, hold on. There are people. Hold on. There are people telling me. There are people. Father, 1 second. Listen, there are people telling me.
Proper explanation, please.
Right? There are people telling me today. that Timo Werner wasn't even brought in to score goals. So if that's the case,
those
they set
people
me
are Chelsea fans.
So I'd rather have Tammy Abraham instead of that disgraceful bag of crap.
To be honest, you know what? Tammy Abraham would be playing if he actually knew how to press. If the guy could press, to be fair on him, he would be able to play. But that's literally his only downfall.
And the thing with Tammy, to be fair, another good reason as to why he'd be good to start is because if Chelsea fans want to sell Tammy, and he comes into the lineup, partners Werner or goes up front and Werner's out wide, and he provides more assists.
It's not even Werner.
Then maybe you get a value on it.
It's not even Werner. Tammy actually has a good connection with Havertz, because I think there's been a few times Tammy's played with Havertz and both of them together have looked good. I just think the problem is that Tammy doesn't press enough, and if one person doesn't press in a pressing team, it can destroy the whole system.
It's going to filter through.
That's the one problem.
One second. Calm down, everyone. 1 second. We're nearly at 70 likes. 70 likes. We're at 70 viewers in here right now. So please smash that like button. Let's get to 50 likes, people. Please. I want other people to talk quickly because we've got Andrew here. We've got Daniel ain't spoke. Velv is going to talk bullshit probably as well. Father.
No, I'm not.
We'll start with Andrew first. Andrew. Bro, you still in pain like me? Well,
yeah, I wasn't coming on, and then I heard bring Tammy back, so I wasn't going to come on. I'd rather play with 10 men than Tammy Abraham. Someone said bring Tammy Abraham back, and in the same sentence said he's a dead footballer. So why would you bring him on?
No, he's dead. He's dead at everything else other than finishing. Don't get that wrong.
Can I say something?
He's dead at finishing. He's dead at movement. He's dead at control. He's dead at touch.
He's good at finishing. He's dead at everything else.
Really, CFCB.
No, he's a good finisher. He's a good finisher, not a goal scorer. There's a difference.
Let him finish. He's not a good finisher. He's not a good finisher. That's why we call him Tappy Abrahams. All right, he can only tap in goals. He's not a good finisher. Don't give me that, man.
But Werner doesn't score the taps. Werner doesn't score the taps.
But what we're debating is different levels of shit. Okay, that's what we're debating at this moment in time. Okay, so no shit is better than the other shit. Yeah,
that's a very, very great analogy.
That is a great.
You know what I mean? It's like it's like debating Fred and McTominay. It's different levels of shit.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's not talk about Man United. Hold on.
That is so true. That is so true. I agree.
No, it is not. It's not though. It's not. It's nonsense.
Here it comes.
It's nonsense. One's crap because the other one makes him look crap. That's how it is, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Make each other look crap. No,
Can
it is.
I give an example of something? Yeah, I'm just waiting to give an example. All right, cool. Look at Divock Origi in that Champions League final.
Oh my goodness! No, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Shush, man.
Until he got one chance to score. So what is?
No, man. Nobody cares.
Let him finish.
I'm supporting you, CFCB. It's about Tammy Abraham. What's your problem, bro? I said you need him on the bench. Come on, and then he probably gets a goal, even though he's doing shit. I'm giving an example.
But you don't compare Tammy to Origi. Come on, there's levels, man. Allow it, man. Origi's light years ahead of Tammy.
Why would I have the weekend up top? The flipping tournament, the Camberwell weekend up top. Okay. Camberwell weekend. You know the trim.
Do you know what? Yesterday just tells you how much Chelsea lack a goal scorer. Let's just keep it 0.
Yeah. That's the whole problem.
Yesterday was a definition of Chelsea season. Definition. To all possession, no goals.
I just want to quickly add something, right? there was Chelsea fans that messaged me saying, "Well, it's just the FA Cup." Sorry, but that's a disrespect on the FA Cup because it's the most historic competition in England. So I feel like this
It's not about it being the FA Cup. It's about the bigger picture.
The FA Cup final twice in a row now, and we bottled it.
It's not even about. It's not even about twice.
I'm not saying any you. I'm not saying any you.
It's not even about twice. It was about.
All you need to do is look at your midfield, innit? Look at your midfield.
Yesterday was supposed to be a guaranteed trophy. Yesterday we were supposed to be guaranteed silverware this season with 2 finals.
Yeah.
Now
I'm not saying any of you guys did. I'm not saying any of you guys are at fault. But I've had other Chelsea fans that are probably just trolling for the sake of trolling, messaging me saying, "Well, it's just the FA Cup. We don't care about the FA Cup." Well, that's just disrespect on the FA Cup. Not you guys, but those fans. To all those fans that message me say it's just the FA Cup. It's nothing special. Well, it is something special.
There's a reason why Pep wins the Carabao Cup every season, because it's a trophy. It's a way of keeping your players in that winning mentality, keeping your players knowing what the feeling of a trophy of silver and medal is like. That's why he wins it every year. The FA Cup was supposed to be that boost and that trigger for us to win the Champions League as well. That want and that desire. Now that we've lost to Arsenal and Leicester, we might just get top 4 and then we feel as if we slack off again. That final is so much more scary now than ever, because now we were supposed to be guaranteed silverware this season with those 2 finals. We were supposed to be guaranteed at least 1. We might walk away with 0, and that's 3 seasons now, 3 without any type of trophy, any type of medal, and we call ourselves Chelsea FC. And we want to banter Tottenham, who's right next door.
It's only 2. It's only 2 at the moment.
Also,
listen, guys, I want to move on because we're still fixating. I want to talk a bit more about the game, delve into it a bit more. I'll go to let's talk to Father first. Father. Who you was at the game yesterday? Obviously, you saw it better than most of us. Who got it wrong yesterday in your eyes? Or is there an individual you would blame, or what went wrong?
No, I can't blame the individuals from that game. I think everyone tried really hard especially in that first half and the second half. From my perspective here, I think literally everyone has got to be accounted for the blame, because if you can't scapegoat, I think there's no about scapegoat here. I think it's more to the fact that the whole team, everything looked falling apart. The lack of chemistry, everything were very wrong in that game. And in terms of the individuals there, if you're gonna slate about Kepa, I don't think it's mainly Kepa's fault. If you look at the goal itself, I just think more to the Reece James pass.
Gave the ball away.
Gave the ball away. But I don't think Reece James had a bad game. I thought Reece James, for me, probably one of the best players in that game.
Would you point fingers at Tuchel in any way? Like, do you think he got it wrong?
Yeah. In terms of I think. Maybe Tuchel in terms of tactically, like I think at some point in that game he changed the system somehow. I don't know what that is, but I think he went to back 4 at one point, and then suddenly went to back 3. And then it just doesn't work out in that sort of time. And man, unfortunately, I saw the emotion in the players in injury time, the likes of Reece James. He's so dejected. He already lost 2 finals in a row. Mason Mount already lost 2 finals in a row. Christian Pulisic in the cup final after last season injury, and then he played I think he played when he came on that, and then he still lost as well. And there's so many going things wrong in that team that they don't know how to do finish what it got to be to that level, what it got to be to finish that, that edge to winning that FA Cup. And unfortunately, for the fans that has been there, not myself, but including also Lewis was there as well. It's not easy to watch that for the full 90 minutes. And remember that goal, that Ben Chilwell goal in the injury time. I nearly fell down like a couple of stairs in that, but flipping out. But not only that though, like. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's so hard to explain it, but here we are.
Maybe. Who wanted to go next? Who wanted to go next?
I'll go. Yeah, I'm not into this sentiment crap of picking Kepa in goal because he played all.
And also, can I just say one
games,
thing? Yeah,
so.
this is very important as well. I'm going to tackle some of our fan base who booing the players before they kick off.
Fatu, we know this. We know our fan base. Our fan base has been racist for years. We know this.
They're toxic.
We have one of the most toxic fan bases in the Premier League. We know this. Like yesterday was a disgrace for what they did. Those kind of fans, it's one of the reasons why we don't deserve to win everything.
I was going to say I was doing a live watch along of the final yesterday, and there was couple people messaging chat saying I couldn't hear any booing, and I was like, I thought someone heard booing because someone posted it on Twitter, and then looked into it deeper, and then someone messaged me afterwards and said it was the Chelsea fans. He said they were booing because I think it was the Leicester fans were booing Chilwell, and it was like, I didn't think it was Leicester fans. It came from the Chelsea direction. And then when I looked into it deeper, it was like, Jesus Christ. Seriously, we're at that stage again?
Yeah. It's more flip-flopping. Your biggest flip-flop fan base.
People like that, they're not really real fans. They're not real football.
Yeah. They're not human.
Just there to cause trouble.
So
it's like Bulgaria all over again.
Lewis is saying here, look, they were doing it for the knee. That's what he's saying.
They'll say the whole Chelsea fan base didn't. It's just those that were there that didn't.
Lewis, check your DMs.
But it's nothing new. It's nothing new from our fan base. It's nothing new.
It's very strange. We don't know. It's very strange because
fan base. Yeah, honestly, I've never seen a quick turn of you when it comes to your fan base. Like they flip flop their opinions. They flip flop on what players they like, who they hate, who they go out.
That's every single fan base.
Wait, you should know this.
Hold on.
Don't blanket us.
No, listen. No, I'm going to be honest because I saw. No, one second. No, it's different because all I see, listen, with ours and certain others, it's a space of a few weeks or a few days. With yours, it's only a few fucking hours. I saw on Twitter yesterday people saying, "Oh yeah, Timo, he's been fantastic," and then as soon as the view turns and they score, it's like the whole team has been crap. It's just for me, that's flip flopping in a few hours.
You
should know this.
Hang on. Shall I do your fans in a few seconds? Marcus Rashford is crap. Take him off. He then scores against Liverpool. Marcus Rashford, one of the best players in the league.
Who said he's
every fan base does it.
Our fan base does flip flop.
Like every fan base flip flops.
Yeah, exactly.
We have flip flops.
Listen, can I just jump in? One second.
They flip flop.
Every fan base does this. I've seen it from everyone. There's no nonsense about it's just Chelsea fan base. I've seen Man United fan bases turn on their players like that. Not just Man United fan bases. I've seen Arsenal fan bases turn. I've seen Spurs fan. Every fan base turns on, and then they change the direction when they're playing well. It's normal. It's just a fan thing. You know, not saying that we do it, but other people do it. It's normal.
I've seen it with our fan base as well. As soon as we signed Bogle, he's like, "Oh yeah, he's great. He's going to be brilliant. He's going to kick on his career again." After one game, it's like, "Oh, get rid of him. Sell him. He's not good enough." Sorry, that's flip flopping. You can't just sign after one bloody game.
I just see it.
Yomi, how you doing, mate? You alright?
Because you guys, are you good?
You're not bad, bro.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Are you a Chelsea fan? Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm Chelsea fan. Yeah.
What would you like to say, my man? Tell me.
Yeah, bro. Yesterday I was disappointed. I was really sad yesterday. On what's it called? Martin said on his channel that the pound came on the other side of the coin, right?
Yeah.
I spoke to what's it called, to Miz, and it was like, take the picture of what they made of last year and show it to the boys. Like where's the motivation? Like I don't know what the motivation is. Like I know we can all blame Tuchel from now to tomorrow, but I think Tuchel has a fault in it, but not 100%. The boys need to give 100%. Mount was the only one that tried to do something at the last 20 minutes of the game. We didn't have to wait for that. Like we could see when Timo Werner had the chance to shoot the same chance that Talisman had, but it's carried it away. Talisman put it back up the net. I'm sure that Mendy was going to take the goal, but I don't blame the boys. I blame the boys 100%, and I just feel that maybe probably is a good wake up call to all the boys, and they should be able to come to training next day and give 100%. That's what I think.
Yeah. Hey, and then another thing I want to touch on is
Yeah, go on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, gone. I can jump because I've got the lineups because I created like these lineups when the teams came out.
Yeah.
Like I can understand some of the selections, but not all of them. Like I know Kepa's played in every single game in the FA Cup. In some shape or form, I get that. But the whole argument of Kepa should have saved that. Kepa wouldn't have saved that goal. Mendy would. Sorry, but that's top left corner. It doesn't matter if you're a few inches taller than Kepa. No one would have saved that strike. I know Marcos Alonso has been slow. I know he's been sluggish, but Alonso is a big game player. He turns up in these games, so I can kind of half 50-50 expect that change, but not all the way. I would have liked to have seen Chilwell start, but I can expect to a halfway percentage why Alonso started, but I don't agree with it.
Our lineup yesterday was good enough to beat Leicester. There's no excuses. They were good enough. The team was good enough to beat Leicester.
They didn't even start Madison. They started Perez, and I was expecting
the team that we played against Leicester, they beat Man City last week. So I don't understand. I really don't understand.
And I think it was when Evans came off injured, I was expecting you guys to really kick on because they put Castagna into the back three, who's not a centre back at all, and put Albrighton to wing back. But what it did was it made Chelsea sort of drop deeper, and it made Leicester stronger with Albrighton at wing back and Castagna in the back three. So it was like I didn't know why Chelsea didn't kick on after that and use that to their advantage. The fact they haven't got three proper out and out centre backs, got two centre backs and a right wing back, and they've got a left midfielder at left wing back. So it's like Chelsea didn't take advantage of that. And the one big thing that I note from the game, from a Tuchel point of view, and this is something I know from experience with Darren Moore, they had no plan B. As soon as plan A went out the window, there was no second plan to deal with Leicester's change. And I feel like I think Chelsea didn't kick on to a plan B, and I think that's whether that's something to expect.
I was waiting for someone to
say
that for 20 hours. Thank you.
If you're brilliant at hit back football, just watch Man United, isn't it? Like...
guys, I need to refresh.
Watch him against Liverpool. How great they were.
Guys, I need to. I need to refresh the group because there's people still trying to get in there, messaging me on Twitter. So I'm gonna have to let some people go. Yeah. Who's been here longest? Beast, you've been here the longest, isn't it? Beast, bro.
Yeah,
thank you for coming on, man.
See you later. Yeah, safe you, man. I'm gonna cry some more. Yeah, bye.
No worries.
Cheers,
Dry your eyes, mate. Dry your eyes.
Aaron as well. I'll talk to you in a bit, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Rich Will in Barmy Army.
See you later, mate. Take care. Yeah, look, listen, the links in the chat. Come in and have your say. One of the people coming on is you know who, man like Lewis. What's happening, Carefree Lewis?
The AC penitentiary, you love to see it. The done himself, my man, Carefree Lewis in the cut.
Oh, what are you saying?
Lewis, tell us about yesterday. You was there. Where did you think it went wrong? And yeah, you know, what was the overall sort of audience like there as well? How was it over there?
First of all, I don't know why people were saying we were quiet. We got fucked over by whoever was in charge of the microphones or some shit because we weren't quiet. Second off, give Leicester City credit. They were louder, but they had more reason to be louder. They'd scored. First off, it was very much even to both of them. We were loud. I'm going to be real with you. I barely heard the Leicester fans from where I was sitting. So I don't know where the narrative is that Leicester City were miles louder because I didn't really hear them like that in the first half. But we lost the game the same place we always lose the game. Shit attack. Like, I'm so bored with our attack at this point because it's been the same thing for years. Whoever attacker we get, whoever manager we get, fact is we can never fucking finish and we can never deal with a low block. As soon as Leicester City scored, the game was done. We all thought the game was done because all right, cool, Leicester City are going to sit back. And as soon as they sit back, we know what we're going to do. Just pass the ball around sideways and struggle to find the ball into the box. So maybe the formation was wrong. Not the formation. Some of the players that started were the wrong decisions because we looked a lot better once Havertz and Christian Pulisic was on the pitch. But it is what it is. I'm not going to blame Thomas Tuchel for it. He's rotated before and he's proved us wrong countless times.
Why on the final, right? For me, this is the thing that gets me with it. Is why would you play an Alonso in an FA Cup final when you got Chilwell on the bench? And when Chilwell came on, for me, he was a lot.
Maybe it was just because I don't really.
He made
I
the
don't
decision
know. I'm
for
gonna
me.
be real with you. I can't really
Like-
speak for Alonso starting this one. Like my biggest question was Hakim Ziyech, to be honest. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Hakim Ziyech turns up in big games because he's on the end of a pass from Timo Werner in 20 yards of space because they can both deal with high lines." Suddenly he balls out and he's a big game player like Drogba. What are you on about, man? He didn't do anything in that game. Fair play, Werner didn't do anything in the game either. It's the same bullshit with our attack anyway. I can try and advocate for Kai Havertz all I want, but when he was one-on-one against Arsenal, the fucker skied it. So, like, right now, I can't really advocate for anybody except maybe Mason Mount. And even Mason Mount didn't have a great game yesterday, so I don't really know what to tell anyone in terms of our attack. We can't trust anybody. It is what it is. We need a clinical finisher. We've said it for years. That's been the biggest problem with Chelsea, but no one take it away from the squad that we have. Everyone's saying we've been overrating this Chelsea squad. If we've overrated this squad so much, why are people saying we're only a striker away from being the complete package? If that's the case, then we haven't got a fucked squad. We just got nobody that can finish. That's what the problem is.
That's our biggest problem.
And there's a mentality issue there as well. I don't care. You go 1-0 behind. The way we responded to that going 1-0 behind was shocking. Was poor. There was no hunger. There was no fight. They just rolled over.
It was, but it's because of the same thing. We're clueless against park buses. Like I get the mentality looks like it's dropped, but it's the same problem that we always have. Park buses, we can't handle them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's park buses, man.
Guys, did you see what the guy in Leicester did to our flag, man? He threw the flag away.
What was that?
What's the name of the guy?
Sorry,
Amati,
bro. Say that again. Sorry.
I mean, the guy in Leicester City, he threw our flag. Just a flag. He threw it up. The guy in Leicester City.
Oh yeah. Amati, whatever his name is. He got the Chelsea thing like that.
Amati, that fucking wallad. That guy that fucking Leicester City brought in to replace N'Golo Kante and was so shit at his job they had to bring in Didi to do it. Here's the thing. If it wasn't for Chelsea, that fucker wouldn't even be at Leicester City because we're the ones that signed N'Golo Kante. So I don't even know what he's on, but he probably ain't even going to start on Wednesday. He didn't start the final, so he's just on sideman anyways.
We're going to go to Dan next. We're going to go to Dan next, but before we move forward, please smash the like button. Thank you for getting us to 1K as well. Today we managed to hit the 1K mark, so big up to everyone that's managed to do that here as well. Dan. I couldn't come on GNA yesterday because my fucking phone was playing. I had to go out onto the terrace yesterday. My phone was playing around and whatever else. But I didn't get to watch your reaction and how you felt about the game, what you thought went wrong, bro. So tell us.
I mean, it was everything that I mentioned, innit? And I called it all the way back to the Southampton game. We went 1-0 down in that game. We got a penalty. It never really looked like scoring. And at the end of the day, the one thing that I have, the biggest problem I have with this squad is the big game players, the big game mentality. I called it before the Arsenal game that there was arrogance, there was complacency that I saw, especially in the Arsenal game, where I thought these players thought that they had made it when they hadn't won any trophies yet. And that was a problem for me. So I actually said the terrace, and people laughed at me as well. I said it was a good loss because it was good to lose now so that in the final, give them a kick up the backside and then they can perform in that game. But if our players can't even get up for an FA Cup final, then I don't have confidence in them doing it in the Champions League final. And I've already said it, like, why should we as fans put faith into our team when they clearly don't see how important a game this was for us to win? Especially when we should have won. Leicester's 2 chances in the game was a Soyuncu header and a 30-yarder from Tielemans. People want to look at Tuchel's decisions. Yeah, there's a number of things that you could have said maybe Tuchel would have done better. We've questioned a lot of Tuchel's lineups in the past. But really and truly, the players that were out on the pitch were good enough to win. The biggest question for me, look, at the end of the day, I don't want to single out players, but Tuchel brought in 2 players, Alonso and Ziyech, because they're big game players. They both were terrible. Ziyech was the worst player on the pitch for us, in my opinion. And I think it hasn't paid off. Of course, you have to consider what the Kite said, the Eredivisie tax. But at the end of the day, we're Chelsea Football Club. And really and truly, I know a lot of fans will tell you that we should, like, if they wanted top 4 or the FA Cup, they choose top 4 over the FA Cup. I couldn't care less, man. We win trophies. Our club wins trophies. Yeah. And if we don't win the Champions League, regardless of the fact that we're underdogs in that game, I couldn't care less for the season. I don't remember top 4s. I don't care about it. Like, top 4 should be a given when we're Chelsea Football Club. It's about the trophies that we win. If our team in this current mode cannot get up for an FA Cup final and want to perform for the fans, I actually feel sorry for you, Lewis. I was supposed to go to the game, but I unfortunately couldn't. And I feel sorry for the Chelsea fans who went to that game, because Chelsea fans are back in the stadium for the first time, and that was the performance they put out. I'm telling you now, I promise you, like, if like what they did yesterday was a big violation. And on top of everything, and it's everything that I've been saying, I love Aspilicueta. Aspilicueta is a legend. But the fact that even in the interview he was smiling, laughing about it.
No. I'm an advocate for Aspi. He was the only one that even came to clap for us at full time. Everyone else just sat there.
That's fair.
No, here's the thing. Everyone's getting smiling and everything, but to be honest, smiling is a bit of a reaction you have in awkward situations like that anyway. So I wouldn't look that deep into it.
Yeah. That's not a reason as to why we lost, but it's indicative of the mentality that's at the club.
It's the mentality.
Don Terry in a post-match interview after we lose the final isn't coming there smiling. He's giving blunt answers and he's leaving it very, very done and dusted very quickly. I'm not comparing SP and Don Terry. Don Terry, like, twice the leader SP will ever be, but that's the point.
I don't even think it's that. It's more that it's a younger team than usual.
No, that's fair enough, but Lucas, you've got to set.
But look at that starting lineup, though.
One sec,
you can't say that.
You've got to set
you can't say that with the starting lineup.
One sec,
it's a young team.
You've got to set the precedent for me, in my opinion. I understand it's a young team, but set the precedent. You start as you mean to go, and that's everything. That's everything that is taught. Like, football isn't any different to your world of work. The reason why you go.
I know, but like, at least every phase in our game needs to be solid enough if we're going to be serious about winning.
Can I just say about this?
And the final phase, we aren't good enough.
Facts. Andrew, sorry, just one last point.
Yeah, sorry, man.
100%, and I agree with you. Our attack is slow, lethargic, it's poor. It's not good enough. They don't connect enough. I do think it was the wrong front three that started, but regardless, the talent there is undeniable, and the fact that Johnny Evans was basically playing hampered for about 25 minutes, was sitting off the space there,
and we didn't even clock it. We didn't clock it.
Best defender. Can I just say about this young team as well? I'm not having that, man. I'm not having this young team excuse. Alonso.
Do you know why?
Hang on, let me finish. Alonso, not young. Thiago Silva, not young. Rudiger, not young. Aspilicueta, not young. Jorginho, not young. Kante, not young. Ziyech, not young. Okay? The problem is leadership. Where are the guys on the pitch chewing the bollocks of the players that
we had Thiago Silva and
Aspie. But where are the other leaders? Where are the other leaders? In the old team, and I don't like to do this, but in the old team, we don't have a spine. This team needs a spine of leadership. And it doesn't have it. All the way back from the goalkeeper. Check, Terry, Cole, Lampard, Drogba.
Yeah, I thought that would look
whatever.
Good.
We need a spine. And it doesn't have it. When things went wrong on that old team or going wrong, someone picked them up. And dragged the rest of them with them, or 2 or 3 players, leaders, stood up and went, "No, we're not going to have this." Where was the leader? You imagine this team going at the new camp, going down to 10 men to 2-0. They get thrashed. This team, they get absolutely bitch slapped.
Andrew, and that's why it's key. Like, the main point for me, besides everything, is the fact that our team. It took them to go 1-0 down, and even after we went 1-0 down, we were still a bit slow. It took them to the last 15 minutes of the game to get up for a cup final. Look at what happened when we switched a couple gears or two and decided to actually go out. We looked more threatened. There were more chances. There were more opportunities for us to get through. Like that's why I'm not subscribing to this idea. Like, there's just so many issues outside of the pitch, but the biggest one for me. I'm just tired of Timo Werner. Look, the problem with Timo Werner is that he came into this game as our number 9. finals are normally decided by your strikers, one and done chances. You only get a couple in a game, and you can't expect to get the same.
I said Werner was the wrong decision for that. Like they played Leicester City played deep blocks all the time. Why are we playing a man who can't handle them?
And can I just say one more thing as well, where we fucked up? And I actually think he was our worst signing, and I'm going to say it. Hakim Ziyech is shit. 100%. I'm sorry. I'm watching this guy's attitude on the pitch when he hasn't got the ball, and he looks like he ain't fucking bothered. Like, I swear, he walks around. Like, he doesn't even run. He doesn't even try and chase back. It's like you're playing with 10 men when he's on the pitch. And when he gets the
This
ball,
is the thing. Man moves like Lionel Messi, and he's not Lionel Messi. He's Hakim
not good
Ziyech.
enough.
And this isn't the Eredivisie anymore.
Slen's had it right.
English Premier League.
Slen's got it right. Slen's got it right? Let's big up Slen's here. He said it from the start. There's a reason Hakim Ziyech is 27, still playing at Ajax, right? There's a reason. Yeah. And also why he was so cheap as well compared to other prices. There's a reason, and
yes,
I think Eredivisie hides his limitations because he's got so much time to. His reputation is that Champions League run and 2 games against us. That's what it is. And
our worst signing. He's our worst signing.
Also, that tactic yesterday, the tactic Tuchel has to be. We do have to ask Tuchel, why were you telling him to boot up the ball high for Werner, like he's going to hold up the ball or head it on?
Thank you very much. To be fair to him,
Wait.
Timo Werner was all right with his heart. We used to gun him out about this. What's that say?
Worth remembering this last season in the Premier, because I remember everyone's talking about would Mendy have saved that and everything. Yeah. Last season in the Premier League, shots in the top corner beat Kepa every single time. Today I got a text message saying I had to hit for the top corner, and I did it. You see what I'm saying? Mendy saves that. I don't give a shit.
But no, Lewis.
If we had a proper attack, we wouldn't be talking about this.
One second. They're not shooting. They're not shooting at goal if Mendy's in goal.
Yes.
They keep Kepa in goal and they take shots all day.
Look, but this is my thing though. Like, for all the millions that we spent, look, at the end of the day, I too agree that Mendy saves that goal, or they're not shooting. Kepa shouldn't have started because he's our second choice keeper. But above everything else, look, Kepa didn't cost us that game. Like, but what cost us that game is the attack. Everyone from the wing backs, the midfielders as well, forward to the attack, they were terrible. Everyone, like Alonso wasn't good enough. Azpilicueta was poor. Jorginho was terrible. Kante probably was one of the best players on the pitch. Then you look at Havertz. Sorry, not Havertz. You look at Werner. You look at Ziyech. Even Mount. And that's what I was mentioning yesterday. I said the fact that Mount has been our most consistent, has been our best player this season. And even when Mount had a poor game yesterday, which I believe he did, none of our other players could rise up to the occasion. It shows that this team lacks so much cutting edge, and it's not good enough for all the money that we spend. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I'm actually happy I didn't go to the game yesterday, man, because I don't know about other people. Obviously, there's a lot of people that can take going to games and like losing, and obviously that's part of the experience. But I personally just can't take that, man. Going to a game to watch my team, they don't even show up after I paid good money to go watch them. Nah, man, I'm not having that.
Yeah, so Lewis, big ups to you guys.
For sure, man, definitely. Big ups to you, man.
Some of these guys' first game in over a year as well.
First game since December.
They fucked that.
So defeated in your instant post-match reaction. I saw that. It just literally represented what we all felt.
How was
it? The game went normally, I probably would have been calmer. It was a fucking VAR call at the end, and my head was just gone.
Well, we can't even blame that, Lewis, because sometimes they're given and sometimes they're not. Do you know what I mean? For me, so
legit millimeters. I know that.
Yeah, but it is.
It's a team in red.
It's part of the game. It's just what we and to be honest, at that point, we didn't deserve anything out of the fucking game anyway. Let's be serious.
The thing is, though, yes, VAR, we can't blame it, but I still don't understand the handball rule as well, because it was handball, you know what I'm saying? And we've seen
it's a different phase of play or something.
But that's impossible, though, because that directly led to the goal.
Exactly. That's what I was saying, because how can you call it a different phase? It actually made a difference in getting the ball to Tielemans.
It hit his hand. Yeah. It hit his hand and got to Thomas, who then made one pass. If it was like 6 passes later, then fair enough. It was literally one pass.
If it just hit his knee, it would have gone further. It hit his hand, so it actually didn't go that further. So it bounced off his knee. But then again, you know, we shouldn't be.
We weren't good enough,
We
man.
shouldn't
We weren't
be
good enough.
relying on
Look,
that.
he was
That's what
trying
I
to
mean.
use his
I
body.
still don't understand. I just don't understand why we can't, as a team, with all the talent that we have, score 2 goals in the first 30 minutes where we were on top. We were dominating that game.
Yeah.
They were nervous. They were jittery. The Leicester fans were, they were shouting, but that's what
We
that's what
overthought everything in the game.
Well, you guys think you lack creativity.
Tuchel might have overthought it, but the players on the pitch
No,
don't.
the players did as well.
Yeah.
The players did as well.
We don't lack creativity. We lack finishing.
I don't know how it looked. I don't know how it looked on the pitch, Lewis, but every time we got in between their midfield and their defense in the first half, where it was literally a 3-on-3. I don't understand why we couldn't capitalize on that situation.
We just paused.
I saw that most of the time as well. That game, yeah.
All we did was pause. We just took way too much time to make a
Slowed it
decision
down.
in the final
Slowed it
third,
down in
and we
transition.
allowed them to bring their entire team back.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, there's nearly 90 of you here with us right now. Please smash the like button, and if you're new here, please subscribe to GNA TV as well. We massively appreciate it, as always. We will be doing a giveaway, but you need to go and subscribe. I mean, you need to go over to the Instagram page, which is in the description below, and follow over there, because we will be doing something eventually for you guys as well. But yeah, disappointing. But I mean, Dan, you know, we've lost this game. It's either going to do one or two things now, isn't it? Right? It's either going to stick a rocket up our asses. Each of the last 3 games that we've got is going to have to. It's going to be a final for us, or it's going to do the opposite, and we're going to capitulate. So
I've told you this already. Like I said, the top 4 thing for me was never even a thing. This should have been sewn up. It should have been wrapped up. We shouldn't have lost that Arsenal game. We should have been, and West Ham drew as well, like in the midst of our Cup loss. So like, for me, I like. Of course, I want to finish in the Champions League places, but that shouldn't even be on my mind. We should already be there. We've made it tough on ourselves. For me, all focus is on that Champions League game, where I actually think maybe, like, this is the hope and the optimism in me talking. Where I think us losing the final has to be the last straw, where this team has to say, look, we need to go out there and give our lives for that Champions League and try and win. It's just going to be interesting to see who Tuchel starts in that final, because I don't really know, apart from Mason Mount in that attack, I don't know the other 2 players who deserve to start in that final.
Pulisic should have started. Pulisic should have started that
I mean,
game.
you say that, but Pulisic was very, very poor against Arsenal, and I think that played into Tuchel's thinking.
You don't in an FA Cup final. You have him. I'm sorry, especially in that game. The way the game played out.
He should have had him last year when he was the best player.
The defense.
Havertz has to start Tuesday. Havertz has to start Tuesday. I know he missed that game against Arsenal, but I missed that goal against Arsenal. But Havertz has to start Tuesday.
Why do we keep allowing this fucking snail to play? I'm getting fed up of it.
Yeah, he needs to go.
He's not good enough.
Alonso.
That snail on the left, he's so slow. He can't recover.
Oh yeah, Bonalon.
Vulnerable every time. Yeah, and we decide to play him in an FA Cup final when we've got Chilwell sitting on the bench. Like, why?
Well, like, the point of Alonso playing in yesterday's final actually made sense. It just didn't work. It didn't pay off. Because obviously, if you look at how they play, if you see, I do get the sense in it. The point of Alonso is the back stick, the far post ball that he always wins in the centre back, and he scores goals. Like, people say Alonso is top 3 finishers at the club, and can you really argue with the finishers that
They
we've
weren't even doing that, were they? They weren't even crossing it in or anything like that.
They weren't doing anything.
Even when Giroud and Havertz come
Yeah, they actually were at all.
They weren't even doing that.
No one spawns the shots. No one.
The questions we have. Yeah, no, I agree with you, bro. The questions that we have to ask right now with this team is that, can we really rely? Is it, like, if I ask, if we did an anonymous question, to each person in this chat now that supports Chelsea, and I said, what player do you trust? I guarantee you we're going to get a different answer for each thing.
My player that I trust is N'Golo Kante.
And the fact that for a big game the player we're trusting is our box-to-box midfielder tells you everything.
I'm going to say my goalie, Mendy. That's how rubbish this is. I should be saying Werner, Havertz, Pulisic, or Ziyech. I should be saying one of those 4 names. But it's not going to be, because they're inconsistent. They're inconsistent.
The more we pick up and go, we are more vulnerable.
I agree.
Zaha did the same thing that Talisman did yesterday.
Yes.
Last year. slump.
Too many people have done it. Zaha did it. Salah did it.
Naby Keita. Naby
Naby Keita did it. Like,
Naby
too many
Keita.
guys have done it.
Naby Keita. Imagine conceding a long range shot from Naby Keita. The
Do you
man
know
can't
what,
even
though,
get
right?
off his.
Against Kepa. I remember fucking Morecambe doing it against him. And it's like, well, why the fuck do we play him? I'm never gonna get over it. It's fucking play your best. Play your best.
Yeah, but Lewis, he played him because he'd played in the FA Cup all the way up to then. He was
I don't give a shit. When we had fucking Antonio Conte, the last serial winner we had at this club, he played Willy Caballero every round of the FA Cup and Thibaut Courtois in the final. He played why? Because you play your best team in the finals for the best result.
Same
I want
with Peter Check.
Hey, good job,
We need
Kepa.
market value.
You kept clean sheets the entire round of the FA Cup against fucking a shit Manchester City side that didn't have a shot on target against us.
Sheffield United, yeah.
Fucking whatever
Barnsley.
shadow dweller we faced in the fourth round as well. Congratulations, you can have the FA Cup final against a team we haven't been above in the league the entire season. What's the fucking point of that? What, are we going to be nice? We know Kepa isn't the answer to our problems regardless. We know we need to upgrade on him. We know we literally upgraded on him this season. So why are we upgrading on him and then playing him in a cup final?
Lewis, the only reason we play Kepa is because we need to gain some market value on this deal.
Fuck
Because
that,
we're
man.
going
We
to
should
get
get
rid of him.
market
We're not going to be able to sell him
value.
otherwise. How are we going to sell him? If he's
We're
still
giving him a 7-year.
You know, just pay him off. Get him out.
Loan him out. Loan him out.
No one wants him. You saw it last season. No one wanted him alone. We had him out as an option. No one wanted to touch him.
That's why we should pay him. That's why we should pay up his contract. Because no one's going to want him. Pay up his contract.
Guys, I keep saying, as much as we know Kepa ain't the answer and Tuchel made a mistake in that regard, he isn't the focus for this final because Kepa won't be playing in the Champions League final. But I tell you who will be playing in the Champions League final. There's a high chance that Timo Werner is going to start in that final. There's a high chance Mason Mount will start. There's a high chance Ziyech will play a part. And these are our attackers. These are the players. These are. But even then, like Havertz, who I love, who I think has all the potential in the world, still doesn't fill me with all the confidence in the world. And that's the point I'm trying to make.
How are you fumbling that chance?
Yeah, like, and that's what it comes down to. Kepa's not going to decide the Champions League final for them. But all the attackers that we have currently at our disposal are going to decide that game for us. And this is why it's so funny and it's beautiful because we didn't talk about it against Real Madrid because we beat Real Madrid convincingly, but we missed our bucket load of chances in that game. Like it was scary. It was actually scary.
Don't forget that Mendy helped us in the semi-final also.
Because, exactly.
Because Kepa wouldn't save those saves from Benzema.
But a man said Yuri Tielemans got a message from his boy the night before saying, it's Kepa, have a long shot. You might even score today. And he went and did it. And this is the man we're starting in a cup final. Like, that's the only thing, bro. That is I will never start him, but he deserves criticism for starting Kepa in the final.
There's a patch in your defense and your attack. Like, look, you have a dead goalkeeper, and then you have a striker that can't score. So, like, listen, I never say that. This is Chelsea.
Yeah. But at the very least, if we have a striker that doesn't score, at least we have the most goal scorers in the league, so everybody can pop up. Someone will pop up with a goal sooner or later. If we have a shit goalkeeper who can't reach top corners, then we have a problem that is easily gonna get exposed regardless.
That's why it's always been the worrying thing anyway with Kepa. Like again, I've been saying I don't want to focus on it, but it's like they had one chance in that game. He only had one thing to make, and this is why. In terms of, I don't subscribe to some of the big Twitter accounts, but one thing that Alex Goldberg actually said that I really agree with is that Kasper Schmeichel, their number one keeper, made a big save. Mendy wasn't even on the pitch to have the opportunity to provide a big save for us. We only needed one save.
He's been making big saves. He's been making big saves all season.
We only needed one big save.
You know what?
Kasper Schmeichel made two big saves for them, like two massive saves. Like, God knows how he saved the Mason Mount one, like above everything else. That was unbelievable.
You know, Tielemans isn't shooting. Tielemans isn't shooting if Mendy's there. If Mendy's there, Tielemans ain't shooting. We all know that, right?
We lost Yeah, we lost. Look, if you look at it like this, right? We lost to a great goal. I know people say, "Oh, Mendy might have saved it."
Very
We
much.
lost to an unbelievable save by Schmeichel.
Yeah.
Even because that 9 times out of 10 is a goal, and we lost to a VAR decision that could have gone either or.
Yeah.
At the end,
Guys,
guys.
I think also that why play Rhys James as right centre back in the final? Like, I know he can play there, but that's not the time we need it. This is not the time we need it.
I don't think it was a wrong decision in the beginning because he did nullify Vardy all game because Vardy actually had a quiet game. But I do think he made a mistake in not switching Aspilicueta and Reece James during the game.
Yeah, he should have brought Cho on earlier, shouldn't he?
He should have
bring Cho on earlier. Yeah.
That's what he should have done.
Yeah.
Bro, I love Chilwell to bits, but man, just dancing all around,
I think it was reverse psychology. You know, sometimes you don't want to play a player against their former club because they let the occasion get to them. Like Ross Barkley, every time he played against Everton, he never performed. Like it never worked. But Ben Chilwell, I feel like should have played, and it just hurts all the more. Again, all in all, what I will say is that Tuesday becomes like if Tuesday wasn't a must-win before, Tuesday is not even in the question about draw.
Tuesday is not acceptable. Tuesday, it's a must-win.
Yeah,
draw is not acceptable.
It is.
Draw is not acceptable. And I don't care how we listen. Let's be realistic. We'll take a 1-0 dirty win. I'll take a 1-0 dirty win because we need it.
I guarantee on Tuesday, Leicester will be still on the party mood. They won't be like.
Would you say, Lam?
Final. I honestly, my score prediction was going to be 1-0, and I thought it was going to be to us. So once they scored, I genuinely knew deep down, like it was just done.
But when I wrote an article on the
I honestly agree with what you guys said. Like Ben Chilwell ended up being our most impactful player when he came on.
Yeah.
So it just begs the question, like, why didn't he start him? But then again, like Daniel, you do make a good point. It's one of those ones. You know, why didn't we play Giroud against Arsenal last time? Like you said, why didn't we play Ross Barkley?
I agree.
These players usually don't tend to not turn up against their own.
But he did it again yesterday.
Sorry, one second.
They did it again yesterday, Jem. They brought Havertz on before Giroud, but they didn't cross it in the box. For Giroud's.
We done that. We do the opposite to the. All right, guys, before we move forward, I just want to do a little bit of thing. We nearly got, there's 100 viewers here right now, so thank you very much. One of our biggest streams on GNA TV. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new here as well. There must be a lot of new people in here. I'm looking in the chats. There's some new names in that.
Subscribe.
Also, later on today, we've got 2 watch-alongs. We've got the watch-along which Alex is doing for the La Liga. At 5:30, obviously the league is between 3 teams still, so you'll have coverage of not just the Atletico Madrid game, but the Barcelona and Real Madrid all in one stream. So make sure you tune into that. You can get involved. The link will be in the chat. And then we're going to do the Chelsea and Barcelona Ladies Champions League final, which Lambs is hosting on here at 8 p.m. as well. So make sure you tune in for that. Yeah. Go on, Lewis. You're going to say something. Let's see it.
Oh, no, I was just saying, speaking of streams, Fata, Backlash?
Yes, sir.
Love to hear it. Cool. I'll set the stream up.
Follow Lewis as well, people, if you don't know. And Eyes on the Ball TV, Dan as well. Make sure you go over to there as well. Check him out. Check out KH No Football Filter with Andrew as well. Lambs Reacts. Also, go and check out Lambs' personal channel, Lambs Reacts. And yeah, man, let's just all continue supporting. Going into this game.
Premier League, Niall's channel.
Who?
Let's talk Premier League, Niall's channel.
Cool.
Andrew's on it a lot.
Yes. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Tuesday is a big game. Obviously, each game's going to be a final. It's a must-win game for Chelsea. We have to go in and get maximum points.
Don't forget, there'll be fans as well over there. There'll be fans, for sure.
Chelsea has to do this thing every single time. Wait to the last day. For the past 3 years, I can remember last year against Wolves also. We have to make our nerves to the last day before they can do something. Like, we can't continue like this. I don't want to see this every single time. I don't want to see this. I don't play Kepa. I'm sure you're gonna play Kepa on the last day also. Don't play Kepa. Let Mendy play and get his golden glove. It's annoying.
He's not, man. God. He's not.
Too far behind.
He's not. But Mendy's playing the last 3 games.
Be the goalkeeper for the remaining game.
Yeah, Mendy will be the goalkeeper the last 3 games.
Marina is a very good person, but don't interfere, please. Just let the team focus, because interfering. Okay, play this, playing. No, okay, no, I understand you want to make his prices go up, but we don't need it now. We need focus.
I don't believe that, Yomi. I believe he played Kepa because he's played him in every single round of the FA Cup. I don't believe it was a board.
I mean, it was a board decision. In the Premier League games, in the Premier League games, you also like sometimes he plays Mendy, then you just Kepa off out of nowhere. Like, what's Kepa doing?
He said he played Kepa to get him fit minutes before the FA Cup final. That's what he said. So I wouldn't.
Sure, I have to agree with Lewis earlier about the. But he's playing almost all the FA Cup games, but in the final, where it matters the most, he should start Mendy. I can't lie.
Yeah,
he should have started.
Yeah, well, he said it ages ago, though, didn't he? He said when they asked him before the game, he said,
no one clocked it. Where's Kovacic, though? Honestly,
he's injured.
He didn't want to. It's a hamstring, guys. We got.
Are we missing Kovacic though? Is Kovacic the reason why we're losing back?
Bro. I think in terms of the rotation, he's been doing as well.
Yeah.
Jorginho definitely needs a rest. You can just see that he needs mentally. He's a bit tired as well. Like, he's losing focus, and normally what he does have, which I always try to tell Jem, even though I know Jem's on the other side, but what he does have and what he does bring sometimes to the team is that bit of calmness, and that's because of his mental toughness. What he lacks physically, he brings in the mental sense where he knows where to be at the right time. But he's been, for the last 2 games, he's looked mentally tired, he's looked physically tired.
Tuchel should have taken him off Wednesday, but kept him on and took him off yesterday.
I think it was just... I think it's a case of, like, do you leave Billy Gilmore with Mason Mount in the centre mid against Arsenal in a game that you need to win? Like, I don't think it's an easier said than done decision.
I agreed though that Wednesday, even before the mistake, he looked off it, and then the mistake
happened.
Gone. He was gone.
Like, for example, if Kovacic was available against Arsenal, I feel like Kovacic would have played that game definitely.
And that shows a lack of depth in that midfield that we. That's what I mean. We don't even have.
Well, it's no surprise he's asked for variety anyway.
Yeah, or just another midfielder in there, just so we don't have to. I don't want to throw Billy Gilmore in and scar him early in his career. Do you know what I mean?
Guys, I trust Thomas Tuchel. You just cannot see this window. The guy, I think the guy is ruthless, but he's just trying to make the squad become one. Then in the window, you cannot see the ruthlessness in this guy. You're just gonna see.
Don't let anyone. But why I'm happy anyway, just away from like the actual game on the pitch. Why I'm happy is that at least the fans haven't lost a sense of identity, in which where a lot of people have been saying that we're not winning the FA Cup that deep and things like that. But it clearly means a lot to us because we want to win trophies.
Yeah,
like we're Chelsea Football Club, we want to win. And at the end of the day, that's what we do. To lose 2 FA Cup finals in a row isn't good enough for us as a team. And like, just all in all going forward, like
we haven't gone 2 years under Roman Abramovich without winning anything, and this might be the first time this happens.
First time, yeah.
We haven't gone. We've always no more than 2 years without winning a trophy. But this season happens.
Yeah. And do you know what? Perfect time for Kai to come in. Everyone's ranted, had their say. Kai's
going to.
Yes, Kai.
Go on, Kai.
Kai, what I'm going to say is, let rip, bro. Say what you got to say. Get it off your chest.
Literally.
Bro, I've already said everything that I wanted to say yesterday on the channel, man. But you know what? For me, this attack is Spurs level, man. I just looked at the stats of these players that they big up, man. Werner's like 6 goals this season. Mount 6 goals this season. 4 goals this season.
Jorginho's our top goal scorer in the league with penalties.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, man, people want to look at that fucking Kepa mistake and act like that's the reason we lost. The reason we lost is because we started playing at the 76 minutes, man. That's the reason we lost, man. You can blame.
That's my question. Where's the motivation, bro? I play in Sweden, bro. I play in a team. I know when we lose, like the motivation is there. It's like it's in the body. It's natural.
No
we
energy.
play like bastards. We play like bastards. I swear, bro. Like bastards. It's here. It's up here.
They're not mentally. They're not mentally.
It's depressing, man.
Everything.
You know what? You know what's the biggest issue?
I don't mind losing. Like, for me, I hate losing, but if we're going to lose, at least lose with a bit of fucking pride. Go out and give it your all, hit the post a couple times, have a couple good shots, at least fucking try. Yesterday's game, they were weak. They were poor after that Leicester scored. They didn't have nothing. They had no bottle. They had nothing. They just literally just rolled over him, bent over for him, and just let them just fucking fuck us pretty much. You know what I mean? Kai, what are you saying?
Man, it's like it's just I'm just tired of this fucking players, man. I'm tired of this fucking fan base like bigging up individual fucking players when our club is failing, man. I just don't like it, man. It just makes me sad. People like big up individual players rather than bigging up the whole fucking club, man. So it is
That's
what
horrible.
it is, man.
Aspie's our worst captain, is what Joy says. Big up to Joy. She's on the GNA TV Lady Show. She reckons Aspie's a really bad captain. There we go. People.
Nah, man. It's Aspilicueta's fault that our attackers don't know how to fucking score.
Yeah. No, but worst is.
Joyce is also a firm defender of Tammy Abraham as well. So
Okay. No, but worst is just the wrong. You have to think about it. In the Roman era, though, he is bottom of the list. Like Gary Cahill had a bit more leadership than him as well. It's not that he's a bad captain. It's just that we've had very, very high standards. Even when you look back to Marcel Desailly, like we've had high standards from our captain. So it's not his fault. He just falls bottom of the what's it called, the list.
Yeah, but he's been so consistent, isn't he? In his Chelsea career, he's been a good player. For us, you know?
It's not his fault we lost. Come on, it's not his fault.
It's not anyone's. I blame
yesterday
for playing Alonso and Ziyech. Ziyech is fucking shit. I'm telling you now.
So is Werner. No, Ziyech. Yeah, my problem with Ziyech is that Ziyech. I know you have the crazy long shot, the crazy passes, but you're not blind. You are not blind. Look up. Don't cross into a dwarf that's in front of you and expect him to do. It's not a promise, man.
Passion. He doesn't run after the ball. He when he hasn't got the ball, he just looks like he can't be bothered. He's like, he's just so lethargic, and I don't know. He's not. He just drives me mad when I watch him.
This is what I get into Jorginho and Alonso about. No legs. Same thing. Like they act like they're not interested. When they lose the ball, they're the last people. They're the last ones to react, want to get it back. Which is
but I feel like half of them players didn't realise they were in an FA Cup final instead. I don't think they realised that they were playing.
Not half of them. Not half of them, man. All of them. All of them. Like fucking literally, all of our attackers, man. None of them scored double digits goals, man.
Yeah.
Did you see?
We're big in. No. That's the issue with Chelsea, man. We're bigging up average players like they're fucking world class players, man. Mason Mount has 12 goals in 70 fucking 1 games, man. And people are acting like he's Ballon d'Or fucking quality. Get the fuck out of here, man. All these fucking players. Make them all like fucking compete for one spot and get 2 world class attackers, man. I'm tired of this shit, man. Overrating crap players because they came from the fucking academy, man.
Oh, God.
That Callum Hudson-Odoi, which we're going to save for a debate show because he needs to be spoken about in my eyes.
Hold on, why? Why does he need to be spoken about?
Because there's a lot of Cho defenders out there that
because he's also like people. His defenders are still watching compilation from the 2017-18 season.
Exactly. And to be honest, I think in terms of progression, he's not going to be this player that people think he's going to be at Chelsea because the managers that come in don't see that player. And then the sooner we accept that and realise that, if Sancho comes in tomorrow, he's gone. But I wouldn't blink an eye. I'd be like,
if the managers don't see it, listen, right? Look, Tuchel saw. Yeah, to be honest, I think he's most likely to go to Man United, if I'm going to be honest. But all I'm going to say is, right, whatever club Sancho goes to, I said this on the terrace, I said this, whatever team he goes to, he'll definitely add that horsepower consistently. I think he'll add that creativity, even if there's shitloads of creativity anyway. But for me, Hudson-Odoi, listen, I love Hudson-Odoi, man. I think he's a good player, and I've liked him before I even came in this community. I've said he's a good player. When I did come in this community, everyone was saying, "Oh, he's done for after the injury. He's not the same player." Under Lampard, everyone started saying, "Oh, yeah, no, this is Caltech that we had before he was injured." And then, like you said, Jem, if managers don't believe in players, then for me, you have to look at people like Christensen. Like Tuchel believes in him, and he's playing well. Right, but all I'm gonna say is, right. Look, if a manager doesn't believe in a player, then that's the manager's fault. I'm sorry, but what for me, everyone was saying, oh, Rudiger's finished and he's shit and all of this, and then as soon as Tuchel comes in, oh, he's apparently fucking god on the field. Like for me, it's a manager's fault if you don't believe in a player.
Three fucking managers don't believe in the player, man. Because
it's got to be something. If 3 managers are all not fucking playing him, Lampard
Wait,
got
who are
blamed.
we talking
right?
about?
You know,
Rudiger,
can I just say,
Christensen, or
Lampard got blamed
Hudson-Odoi?
at the beginning of the season when he had Callum Hudson-Odoi in the bench and he was playing Mason Mount off the wing. Yeah, and everyone speaks because he's got no experience. He don't know what he's doing. He's got Callum Hudson-Odoi on the bench and you don't play him. Tuchel comes in, we start winning fucking games, and Cho's not even featured in hardly any of them, but no one wants to talk about it now. You know what I mean? Like, let's be serious. If Tuchel can't see it and Lampard's not seen it, is there any manager that's actually seen it? Did Sarri see it? Because I remember people were digging at Sarri as well. Like, I don't think any manager.
Was gassing him up when he was under Lampard. Then I just don't get it. He was getting gassed up under Lampard when he had a few games.
He was our only option. He was a player that wasn't playing consistently because Lampard weren't playing him. It was like, oh, he's our answer. But no one actually knew he was our answer. Everyone just assumes, like we're doing now, where we're like, oh, fucking, we should have played this person and we would have won the game, or that person would have won it. We were shit. We just accept that we were shit yesterday. Do you know what I mean? Nothing would have changed.
I think you're going to lose a good player if you get rid of Kartek. I'm going to be honest with you.
Bro, I don't want us to be Manchester United, man. Have 9 years of a title and bigging up fucking average players, man. No thanks. Fucking
no, we're not on that.
Stick him out, man. No, we are on that. No, you.
And what you're saying,
Werner's trash, but so is Tammy Abraham, and you pick fucking Tammy Abraham like he doesn't fucking belong in West Ham.
Hold on.
They're all trash, man.
I don't big him up because what I say is, I don't big him up. I'm just real. I say if you're gonna give that shit towards Abraham, you give it towards Werner because
have you watched fucking Tammy Abraham play football? Have you watched Tammy Abraham play football?
One second. Never in my life ever heard any Chelsea fans tell me that there's an attacker or a striker for a number 9 who can't score up front. That I've never ever heard that in my life.
Yeah, but does Werner play a number 9 though? We don't play with a number 9, man. You need to watch Chelsea games, bro.
You bought him. Listen, whether he's a number 9 or not, you bought him in to score goals, and he fucked up. All right, he's fucked up. And if he doesn't score, listen, if he doesn't start to pick up the pieces next season, he should be gone. But he won't be because people will say, oh, give him a chance. Oh, second season. Listen, he can't do fuck all wrong. Can't do fuck all wrong, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Like all these fuckboys with his fucking face on their profile.
Yeah, but how is that relevant to the Abraham debate? Abraham is just as fucking bad, if not worse, man.
Oh, that's my point. They're both as bad as each other, so keep the same energy for both players. I do keep the
same. I don't want them on my club.
Abraham did better last season, and if
I don't give a fuck about last season. We lost 12 fucking games last season.
Let me evaluate.
3 months of last season.
Let me evaluate before you jump on the wagon.
Yeah, he did. I agree with that.
I'm saying Abraham
exactly, and then after that, he only scored 3 goals in the league.
Then Timo Werner. So the fact that Tammy was still getting slandered last season, and
Tammy doesn't score goals, he's useless.
The difference
Chelsea games, man.
The difference between why people go for Tammy more than Timo Werner is because at least Timo's all-round game is better. Tammy's all-round game is raw as fuck. If you don't play in the perfect position in the box to finish, you cannot offer anything to the squad.
Worse than Timo's.
Timo can at least make runs and has decent link-up play.
Season worse than Timo's.
They're both.
He's been more effective than Tammy in this season. He's
there's a reason why he has more assists and goals this season. He at least offers something different to the table. Tammy offers nothing except a finish in the box if you put it on a plate for him.
Just a tapping. That's what he does.
That's the difference. That's why I like Tammy. I still think there's a future for him, but he needs to go on loan first and he needs to get a new contract. I'm not saying it's all finished for him either, but he's too raw for Chelsea right now, and that's a fact.
He's not good enough for Chelsea. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
would say it.
It's finished, man. Like Peter Crouch, this Peter Crouch type of strikers are finished, man.
If Timo Werner was the case, like he wouldn't still be the player with our highest goal involvements this season.
What does Tammy offer, which Werner and Giroud don't? What does he bring to the team?
Likewise.
So what does he bring?
I don't know because he can't link up play. His hold up playing good enough. His dribbling isn't good enough. He's 6'5" and he can't head a ball.
What the fuck do we want him for?
He has no range of finishing. The only time he can finish is if you play the ball to him in the right position in the box. The only thing I will give him is his positioning and finishing in the box.
Can't
That's what
head.
he has, and it's nothing
100%
else.
goal.
But you have
Can't
to feed him, and you have to get him into the
Exactly.
perfect position
Exactly.
first. He won't drag you to a win. You have to find him first. That's the difference.
He does everything the opposite that you want him to do. You want him to go near post, he goes to the fucking back. You want him to go to the back post, he goes to the. His reading of the game as a striker is shit.
He needs more game time, but you can't have that at Chelsea because it's too high risk here. He needs a loan deal to a lower table, mid-table Premier League club. Like, I don't know, send him to an Aston Villa or
Lewis,
Wolves or something
with all due respect, Tammy Abraham, loan crap, shouldn't just sell him, man. He's not Chelsea.
If a 40 million pound deal comes for him, I agree with you, sell him. But I still think even a loan deal would work in the case that if he has a good loan spell and he still isn't the answer for us, you recoup more money for him.
Yeah,
so
but why should he be the answer? We need to replace
I know
him now,
that's
man.
what the problem is. He wants 120k a week. He don't even deserve half of that.
He doesn't deserve that. What's he thinking?
Of course, this is the whole reason for the dispute, and this is partly the reason why Tuchel isn't playing him as well. Because it's probably a board telling him don't play him until he signs a new contract.
Because last year he scored 7 goals in 4 games. That's why he wants 120
It's a
grand.
joke, mate. He's a joke. And he's never this guy, yeah? Do not ever put him in this bracket.
Man is not the Drogba regen. He had that brilliant moment against Arsenal, like, that's about it. Like, thanks for the memories, but...
man, Drogba regen, man.
Have you seen... Right, none of your attackers are going to leave legacy other than being crap. That's literally it, man. That's what I'm going to say. All these attackers...
I'll allow Kai Havertz and Mason Mount.
No, minus Kai Havertz. I'm just talking about Ziyech, Werner, Tammy Abraham. They're all going to leave a legacy for just being crap. And that's just
I can understand why you'd say that as well, to be fair. So
big up to everyone that's here at the moment. There's nearly 105 viewers here right now. So please smash that like button as always. Please subscribe if you're new. Thank you for getting us to 1k as well. I want to say thank you very much for doing that.
Finally, Jim. Finally, man.
Yeah, I've joined the 1K
club.
Yay. Yeah, so yeah, man. Look, Tammy's not good enough. I mean, we need a striker. Let's be serious. No Tammy, no Giroud. Giroud needs to go. We don't get rid of Timo. I don't want to hear this nonsense. Oh, you got to get rid of Timo next season.
Get rid of
He's
him.
going to be it. It's fucking
not get rid of him, but get rid of he needs to compete for the position. He can't just be keep getting games for nothing, man. He's gonna be a bench player next season, while an actual striker is gonna play football, man.
Yeah, that's what I agree. I agree. Don't get rid of him because he could be great backup, but just don't give him that number one role.
I'm tired of this club being a Make-A-Wish Foundation, man. We have like these young players and acting like they're gonna have a future in 3 or 4 years. What about now? What about now, man? What about now? What about the now, man?
No one make a wish, but here we are starting a fucking second string goalkeeper in an FA Cup final. Fucking Pepper isn't directly to blame for us losing the game. I'm not even saying that, but it's an easily exposable part of his game. And it was exposed. That's what cost us the match.
And Lewis, like I said to you earlier, they're not shooting. He ain't taking that shot if Mendy's in goal.
Exactly, and if he is, Mendy's getting fingers on that.
Yeah, exactly.
100 fingers on that.
And it's 6'6", and it's 6'6", and Kepa is 6'1".
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and people cannot tell me he wouldn't have got to that because it was a thing of millimeters with Kepa. The thing that it always is with him.
Then what, Lewis? Then what? Then we go to penalties, extra time, gonna finish 0-0 until we get penalties.
Probably. Like, I'm gonna be real. It was defensively minded from both sides until the goal went in. It was about whoever got the goal first. They got the goal first. And sat even deeper back because it's Chelsea. They won't do shit against
Lewis.
Bring Falcao back. Oh
Lewis,
my god.
With all due respect, though, our fucking women team has the budget of Leicester, man. I am tired of us acting like both teams were defensive. We should fucking be destroying Leicester, man.
We should be.
They are not our level.
Shit. Our attack shit.
And like you said,
I blame the whole team. No, I'm not trying to scapegoat individuals. Like, I'm not even saying it's Kepa's fault. It isn't Kepa's fault. He's too small to reach those shots. That's not his fault. I'm not even saying it isn't his fault. But that's why you don't play him in games like this. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not directly blaming him. Same way I'm thinking people blaming Jorginho for the goal are fucking brain dead as well. It's not individuals. It's the team. But the same problem as well. You play your best team in finals.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't play second string players. That's
whose fault is that then? That's Tuchel then. Then we need to point
Everyone's
manager.
ignoring That's the only thing I'm pointing fingers at Tuchel for, because I get he likes to make rotations as well. For the most part, they do work. This time he got it wrong. Fine. He doesn't make mistakes like this a lot, so move on from it. It is what it is. I will not get at Tuchel because of where we are because of him. But he made a mistake. Fine.
Every game from now on is a final. The Leicester game on Tuesday, we have to win. All right, I know West Ham drew, but Liverpool, they win their 2 games. We're fucked. I'm not joking. We could easily fall out onto 5th, and on top of that, we could lose the Champions League. It could be
if we win both of our games, that's Liverpool are out, man. And if you've seen Aston Villa play football today, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
If we draw one game, points, it's all done.
No, West Ham are gone now. Right?
But Liverpool, they've got a game in hand on us. We draw one game, it's not on our hands anymore.
We need a Chris Wood masterclass from Burnley to fucking stop them.
Wait, stop who?
Fucking need Big Sam to put a dumper.
I don't think Liverpool will make the top 4 this season, man. It's already too late, man.
They don't deserve to.
If we don't hand it to them, no.
They got 3 games. It's not too late.
Like even if they do get top 4, I'd say for me, Leicester, Man United, City, and even Chelsea in brackets are the only 4 teams for me that actually deserve to get into the top 4. For me, the way you man have fought back is deserved of a reward, even though top 4 doesn't really count as anything in the future, but it's still a placement in the league that proves like where you are at this current moment. And for me, Man City, they've done well, Man United done well, Leicester have done well. That spot is between Liverpool and Chelsea now, and it shouldn't be between Liverpool. It shouldn't, because they are absolute fucking crap.
And on that note, I think we'll tie up there because we've got streams at 5 o'clock. We've got a stream at 8 o'clock. It's a busy one today. People, there's 110 of you still here. Please smash the like button. If you're new to GNA TV, please subscribe as well. Make sure you tune in later on for the watch-alongs. Yeah, we've got the La Liga watch-alongs with Alex, your expert, and then at 8 o'clock we're doing the Chelsea versus Barcelona ladies Champions League final, which will be on here as well, which Lambs is hosting. So yeah, it's been great. It's been a great show. Make sure you follow these people below as well. Yeah, you've got Carefree Lewis G on YouTube. Make sure you go and reach out over to him as well. He's also on Blues Fans TV, I'm sure you know. And also go and follow Kai's channel as well with Winter Surfer. KH No Football Filter is on. How are you guys doing at the moment over there? I mean, you like close to your 1.1s now on
Yeah. We're actually like 20 fucking subscribers away from 1,100.
It's always
there's
hard
100
to
of you here, and he's 20. There's 100 of you here. There's 20 subscribers. He's 20 subscribers away from 1.1. Go over there and go and subscribe because he does the same as me, Chelsea content. So go over there, get involved, and yeah, man, we appreciate it as always. People, thank you very much. Unfortunately, it was a poor performance from us. Hopefully, we can bounce back. And let me just say as well, because there's been so many rival fans coming on from me on Twitter, everything. Yeah. Fuck yous, yeah, because London is still fucking blue. Yeah, London is still fucking blue. Yeah, we still run the place. And we'll see you again very soon. Peace.
VIP, still no key. Like bando, bitch, oh please, yeah. Brand new whip, no keys, yeah.